Hello, I am Ricardo Didone, Chief Executive Officer of Children Now. I am pleased to introduce to you Dr. Ken Nedd. Dr. Nedd is not only a physician based in Vancouver, specializing in helping persons deal with stress and anxiety. He is a recognized international speaker that has spoken to top-tier organizations, leading executive and government officials, including prime minister around the world. We are extremely privileged and honored to announce our partnership, which is committed to helping young persons across the country build the essential resiliency skills necessary to cope with the current circumstances related to the pandemic. In particular, helping young persons and their parents cope with the uncertainty, anxiety, and in many circumstances, unfortunately, depression. We, at Children Now, believe that these skills are not only important in dealing with the current pandemic circumstances, but are also important life skills essential to allowing young persons to develop their leadership potential through personal empowerment. It goes without saying that these are unprecedented times. Dr. Nedd, good morning. Welcome to Children Now.
Good morning.
What a pleasure it is to have you with us today. Tell me, what are your suggestions to help young person deal with the current uncertainty?
Well, I think we've got one in you already. You seem so passionate, and I want to emphasize that. Since I met this organization, there's a sense of passion to help kids. And I join with this organization knowing that we are going to help kids. And my suggestion is that we have a little bit of, knowledge about what things are. Sometimes when we are in a tough situation, when kids are in a tough situation, we focus on the situation and forget that we have some control and some power. So I am going to try and help the organization and help you, the kids. And if there are any kids listening, if there's anybody who really is worried about their children, we have the tools that will help you to succeed in this difficult time.
Fantastic. Now, young person may feel like they have little or no control over their lives currently. How can they learn to cope with this perception?
Young people are, now that we're going through a tough time, they feel it more because they need more support. So one of the things that we can tell parents, teachers, everybody, adults, is that we tend to look at ourselves and say, okay, we have economic problems and other problems. But one of the things we have to do is to recognize that the brain of a child is plastic. And so when they feel stressed, the brain changes more. And whenever you are stressed, remember that the load of the stress changes the way the body functions. And it is more so in kids. They become more disorganized. So, hey, even though you're not a parent, we should support the kids in our generation, support the kids that within the purview of our influence. And that's with what Ricardo and I are going to do. We're going to give the kids this prominence in the society and give them the support so that they'll have more resilience against the stress that's happening right now.
What a richness. We are surrounded by endless information about the impact of the pandemic on the economy, on travel, and the workplace. But there does not seem to appear anything on mental health of Canadian youth. What is your view with respect to the importance of young person having the appropriate skills and resources to manage stress and anxiety, especially at this time?
Yeah, what we are going to do is to sort of try and let the society sort of relearn the importance of kids, because as you often say, Ricardo, we all have been children and we all have been sort of injured in some way or helped in other ways. So we are going to focus all our energies on helping to build a better world, because you see, kids are our future. So what we're going to do is focus on giving kids the brain, physiological, the body, techniques like, breathing, like reappraisal. These techniques, we will teach them how to deal with the difficulties of life. And we've got the experience, Ricardo, you've got the passion and the experience in doing this. So we want you as adults, to actually make sure that the kids will listen as we try to teach this. Education is not just of the brain. Education is of the emotion. And we are going to raise the emotional competence of kids. We're going to try. We're devoted to doing that in this organization.
I love that passion, Ken. I really love it. Over the coming weeks and months, you will be delivering messages through Children Now to Canadian youth. Can you explain how this program will help young person build the resiliency required to adapt to uncertainty and excel in the midst of adversity?
Ricardo, every week, I would like anyone who is actually interested in children, but I will be addressing the children. I want the kids all over the world, in Canada, wherever they hear this, I want them to recognize that they hold the key to the future. They're important and they're stressed, and that we care about them. And the kinds of things that I will give, well, how do you build hardiness against stress? How do you sort of use your imagination to make sure that you succeed? How do you build friendship? What do you do now that you seem to be anxious and you're waiting and you can't be with your friends? What do you do? You'll be getting some good answers from the cutting edge of science. We love kids, and we will be helping you week after week, and we'll be doing it in just a minute or two. So you see, Ricardo, they won't be bored. Just a minute for your life, and we'll help you to find every week that's something that you can chew on, that will help you, that will support you as you go through this difficult time.
Thank you, Ken, for your insight. Children Now looks forward to working with you over the next weeks, months, years, to provide all children with the essential support and resources that they require at this critical time. The resiliency required to adapt and excel in this unprecedented time of uncertainty, a transformative experience that will develop the personal character and leadership potential and empower them to be future leaders in our community. I am confident that this program will help our youth to deal with the numerous challenges that will confront them throughout their lives, including the importance of mitigating and adapting to climate change and embracing diversity and inclusion. Ken, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.